Hey all, it's Rafi, and today's game started with e4 c6, knight f3 from my opponent. We are playing a 15 or 10-minute game with 5 seconds of increment against Victor Rom. So we go into this exchange variation of the Caro-Kann, and he plays the move d4, to which I will respond with the move knight to f6. So he plays h3 to stop my bishop from coming out to g4 to pin that knight. In this scenario, I will play the move bishop to f5 instead. He offers me a trade of bishops right away. I will happily accept that trade. Play the move e6. Then I can put this bishop e7 or d6 is the question. Probably e7. Just so there's no kind of like bishop g5 pin, annoying pin that you might be able to create. Bishop on e7 is usually okay. d6 would have been also fine. Then I could have followed up with knight, maybe b to d7 if I wanted to, you know, keep the knights to protect each other. But I think I like this setup more. It's more, I don't know. I just like it more. But I think either setup would have been fine. Excuse me. So I think the most sensible move would be to castle. Now knight c6. Maybe I could try a6, b5, queen b6, rook b8, something like that, and just push the queen side. Start like a bit, what do you call it? A minority attack, maybe on the queen side. Let's just play a6 for now. Or do I want to go for knight a5, knight c4? I think I can play b5 right away. Couple of ideas come to mind. Knight a5, knight c4 is one idea. b4 is one idea. I've played this guy before and I lost the last time we played, so I need to win this one. So yeah, the main thing that I'm trying to accomplish here is basically I want to go ahead and start some sort of an attack on the queen side where I have a minority. So he's got the 3 pawns on the queen side and I've got the 2 since my c pawn is missing. So a lot of times when 2 pawns attack 3 pawns, it's typically called the minority attack. And the idea is basically once all the trades happen to leave white with a weak pawn, essentially, on that side of the board. That's kind of the general idea of it, at least. So here I could consider knight a5. He'll play b3. Bishop a3, rook b1. Or I could play rook b8 and try to push through with b4. And if he plays c4, then I'll take on c4, and then d5 will become available to me as a square where I can attack. And also, the pawn on d4 will become, hopefully, a weakness. Okay, let's play rook d8 first. Now a5. Trying to crash through with b4 next. Maybe he wants to start an attack as well. He wants to maybe play f4, f5, something like that, potentially. I can take on e5, play knight d7. I could also play queen b6. I think I'm gonna stick with queen b6. Ooh, I need to be careful about knight d7 tricks though. Definitely don't want to fall for some cheap trick like that. That would be embarrassing. So he wants to just take on f6 and then play knight d7 to fork my pieces. So maybe I now play rook d8. Okay, so he takes, I take back, of course. He takes again, I have no choice but to take back. And he wants to get into c5, okay. That makes sense. So if I play queen b6, knight c5, bishop e7, he'll play b4 or something like that, I would imagine. The other option is to play a4, knight c5, bishop e7. Then the knight, if he plays b4, then I'm going to take. If knight takes, that's going to leave a bunch of weaknesses. So a4 has got to be the way to go. a4, knight c5, bishop e7, knight a6. Doesn't work. Yeah, I'm going to go with this move. I'm not scared of knight c5 because bishop e7 will get that knight out of that square. For sure. It will definitely get him out of that square. I'm going to strategically put all of my pawns on light squares, just so that, my bishop has the most mobility as possible, most activity on those open diagonals. So a move like pawn to g6 might be something that I might play in the future as well. But for right now, it's not really necessary, I don't think. So he chooses to go back that way. You know what? I might just trade off the knight for the bishop at this point. I can play bishop g5 and then just trade the knight and bishop. I'm gonna offer him a draw. He doesn't want the draw, huh? Exchange and get into c4 with my queen. I want to be able to harass some of these light squares now. And I think he might start... oh, wow. He wants to just trade that off too, huh? Well, I will just trade and just pile up on this C file. So he's gonna want to play F4 and F5. King F8, F4, King E7, F5, King D6. That's not gonna work. I need to get these rooks here first. Okay, King F8. If F5, then I'll just take it. If that's the case, then I'll play rook here, and if F5, then rook E7. And I'll trade everything off. Takes. Just straight everything off, I guess. Maybe that. Maybe I take now. And then I'll play the move e5, I think. Takes, I'll take. Pretty much have to play this e5, I think. You'll play king g5? Okay, I see. Oh wow, that's getting interesting now. His king is definitely a lot closer. Well, I don't really have any other options but to go for this now. And I don't know if I'm fast enough. I don't know if I'm fast enough, that's the thing. I don't have that much time to calculate either. Takes, king g6, he plays here. Takes here. Takes here. Versus... Guess I don't have an option really but to take that. Then here. 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 Gets a queen, I push. I think I'm losing this game, honestly. I don't think I'll be able to pull the stalemate trick. I think my pawn needed to be one square up forward. I think this is a loss, unfortunately. Now I have to come back here to protect that guy. And next move I have to drop the pawn. Oh. Wow, just an unfortunate loss. I mean, gosh, twice in a row to this guy now. I honestly feel like some of these people use computers, but I don't know. They seem just so accurate. Like, 2 inaccuracies. Okay, I'm reporting this guy. I don't know who this guy is, but he's definitely... I mean, this is just way too accurate. Like, you don't just play this accurate when you're rated 2198. I mean, his moves are fast. He was just absolutely on point. So I'm going to copy this URL. And I'm going to report this guy. For cheating. I'm going to paste a link to this game. There's a checkmate in 1. There we go. And boom, sent. Okay, so let's analyze now. Whether he was using a computer or not doesn't matter. We still lost the game, so we need to go over it to see what we did wrong. I don't think I did a lot of mistakes in this game, except for near the end game. I miscalculated the king pawn endgame. He played so accurately, though. Okay, so here we already break theory with bishop d3. Wow, it's crazy we break theory so quickly. So bishop d3, takes, e6, I'm sure is the best move. Yeah, I just made one blunder and that's it. Just a miscalculation in the endgame. So I'm not going to look too deeply into these moves because these are probably just okay moves, totally even position. And then here he just decides to trade everything off. So here I just take the knight. He offers me the queen trade, which I happily accepted. And then kind of like change my mind a little bit with this rook stuff. But again, I don't think realistically there was any way to lose this position at all. I mean, this was all perfectly equal up until here. Even here it's fine. Wow, so that's what it was. Now that's the blunder that I made. Because until here it's totally even. All I had to do was just play king g6 and just hold a position like that. And I would have been just fine. So if king g6 and he checks me, king f6, and if king f4, king f7, then king e5, king e7, and he's not making any progress at all. I was just too scared to let him into e5 for some reason. That's all I had to do, was just allow him to play to e5, and that's it. Man. So as soon as I do go for this idea, and is when I lose. He's way too fast. Yeah, this is completely lost. I'm just one move too short to make that stalemate idea work. If the pawn was one more square advanced, then it would be a stalemate trick at the corner of the board, where he wouldn't be able to really like make any progress, because I would always be threatening stalemate. But with this, unfortunately, it's just nothing to do. So that's it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys in my next video.